One of my favorite features of the Q5 Match steel frame are these grips, these grip panels. They are G10. They are really made to be just like the polymer frame in terms of their shape and general contours and so on. And they feel great, and they have this great texturing pattern on them. So I like them a whole lot. But I thought I would try something a little different and interesting and add not only some color to the gun, but also possibly an entirely different feel. Enter LOK grips. So my friends at LOK grips, I found out that they had these, and then I talked to them and found out they had these new thin grips. So I'm expecting this grip to not only add some incredibly great color, as you can see, but also to completely change the feel of the pistol. So my friends at LOK Grips sent this grip panel, actually both of them, because just one wouldn't be that much fun. They sent me this set of grips to try out on this Q5 steel frame, and I can't wait to get them on. Okay, so the original grip, the factory grip, is a one-piece. And when you get all 4 screws out, what you need to do, then you simply slide it off the back, like so. There you go. Voila. So there's the original grip. Now the new grips are 2-piece. LOK also supplies these 2 pins that will keep that seam good in the back. I'm going to just clean this up real quick. Be right back. Okay, we've got that respectfully clean. Now, fit this grip on. Oh yeah, baby. That color is going to be great. Especially with this gun and with that blue trigger. Just like that. Okay, put the screws back in. And that's still got some really good thread sealer on it. So I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, kids, what do you think? So the first thing, obviously, is that amazing color. Fantastic. They did a beautiful job of matching that shade of blue. And of course the black running through it makes it really nice. You could get it, if you want, you can get it in, first of all, you can get it in several different textures. You can also get it in a lot of different colors, and if you wanted to, you could get it in this blue as a solid color. You don't have to have this black in it, but I like the way the black just sort of breaks it up. Otherwise it would be a little bit too much blue for me. I like it with that black running through it, and you can see that it's a little different on each side, so there's a unique quality to it, and I would venture to guess that each set of these is probably going to look slightly different in some way. I like that. Now the other main thing, the other big thing to notice here, look at that back strap. And I can feel the difference, and man, look at that. It puts the heel of my hand a lot further forward, obviously, without that big dog leg. So again, just for comparison, here's the new one. You can see how straight it is, and then here's the old one. So that curvature is all part of this grip. And LOK is giving us the option to not only make it thinner, much thinner. Look at that. There's like absolutely no additional thickness. And then on top of that, they're taking away that curve. So this really changes the dynamic of this gun. And as much as I already loved it, I think I like the feel of it a lot better like this. Wow, this is pretty incredible. So I am really looking forward to an opportunity to try this thing out. And it just so happens, boys and girls, that in just a couple days there's a local IDPA match, and I can't think of a better way to get a feel for these grips than to shoot an IDPA with it.
Load, show clear. Slide, trigger, holster.
Hey, so I just got done shooting an IDPA match, and it was a long match, lots of shooters, lots of fun. If you hear a bunch of vocal noise behind me, it's because there were a whole group, a big group of cadets from the Annapolis Naval Academy came over to shoot with us today. It's always good to have them. But I'm taking a look at this LOK grip on the Q5 match steel frame. I shot the entire match with this gun, and huge thumbs up. So there's a lot of reasons you might want to replace your grip. You might want to replace your grip just for aesthetics because you think it looks nice, and obviously that blue matches the trigger perfectly. Or you might want a different texture, a different feel, or a combination of that. But the other reason you might want to consider it now from LOK is to change the configuration, change the size and the feel of the gun. This is the thin grip for the Q5 match, and they took away the hump, they took away that curve on the back strap, made it much smaller, and it has the exact same grip angle as a 1911. And again, I shot the entire match with it today, and it felt fantastic. So now I can relax because the match is over, and I can just take some relaxed shots with it. Tell you what I think of it. It really does change the grip angle without that dog leg and that curve in the back. So if you're a 1911 guy, it makes the gun just slightly smaller, which is good. Because on the PPQs, the polymers, I always went with the small back strap. So that gives me that same feel. It may be even better because it's straight. I think I'm liking it better. Wow, it is just absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I did not have to shift my grip or readjust or re-grip the pistol at any point while I shot that whole magazine. And that is for me, that's a really good indication of a well-fitting handgun. So the other big factor for me that is absolutely something that has to be talked about here is the quality of these grips. There are several places you can go and get G10 grips, but you're not going to find anybody who's making them better than LOK. The precision is really impressive. These are CNC manufactured, and the way this grip fits on this pistol, first of all, the seam on the back where the two halves of this grip fit together is virtually invisible. I mean, I have to look hard and close to even find it, and I know where it is. The way the grip fits at the top and at the bottom of the back strap, absolutely perfect. So the folks at LOK have done their homework. They definitely took their time, designed an extremely nice grip for this extremely nice pistol, and it makes a perfect combination. Okay, so first of all, my thanks to the good folks at LOK Grips for providing this set of grips for the Q5 match steel frame. I appreciate their help. And if you think that makes a difference in how I feel about them, you are now informed, and you can decide that for yourself. Well, the reason I initially asked for these grips was purely based on aesthetics. I thought, wow, I know that LOK makes a set of grips for this Q5 match steel frame, and I know they have them in blue, and I really think that'll be awesome looking. And so I initially wanted it purely for cosmetic reasons. And I knew that the texture was going to be good, although I didn't really have any complaints about the texture of the standard grip from Walther. Then I realized in discussing that prospect with the folks at LOK that said, well, you know, we have these thin grips, which are, by the way, available, and they are on their website. The cost is about $106, if I remember correctly, for this set of grips. So as I had pointed out when I first reviewed this Q5 match steel frame, that was done for Guns America if you want to go look up that review. But I pointed out in that review that what we give up with the steel frame was the replaceable backstrap panel that we got with the polymer when we got the Q5 match and all the other PPQs. Well, LOK Grips has taken care of that problem for us now by offering this thin with a completely straight backstrap. And this backstrap is almost, not exactly, but almost exactly the same grip angle as a 1911. Getting rid of that hump and just bringing everything tighter in, as well as reducing the thickness of the side. So the best way to test a gun, a handgun, in my opinion, especially a gun like this, with any kind of modification, is to run it in a competition. And I had the opportunity to run a 6-stage IDPA match. I put a GoPro on my hat, and so I could grab a little bit of footage. And I noticed while I was shooting it that I was not adjusting my grip at all, and I was even not having to adjust my grip when I was doing magazine changes. And that's pretty rare. Usually I have to do a lot of grip shifting when I'm changing mags and stuff, but this just stuck in my hand in such a perfect grip, and it gave me reach to all the controls that once I drew the gun, my strong hand never really had to move at all the entire stage, and that was fantastic. I also like the straight grip angle because it gives me just a little bit more of an edge when I push out from a draw. My sights are level and on target a lot quicker than they were with the more curved backstrap. So there might be a lot of reasons to want to upgrade your grips. It may start with just wanting to go with aesthetics. Blue trigger, why not get blue grips? I think it looks fantastic. And of course that is kind of the trademark color of Walther. But then it quickly went beyond just the aesthetics when I got a feel of these things and realized how much different. It really transforms the gun, makes it feel completely different. So if you already love your Q5 match exactly the way it is with the grip, but you want to change the color or make it look a little more unique or interesting, they do have the regular palm swell backstrap available at LOK Grips, so you can replace it with the same type of grip. Or if you're looking for something smaller, again, if you're somebody who changed out the standard grip on the polymer gun for the small backstrap, or maybe even the medium backstrap, you might want to look into this thin, because this thin really transforms it. Changes the grip angle to a straight back, and it makes it smaller. So whether you think I'm just biased or not, I have to give a huge, huge thumbs up to this LOK grip, this thin, checkered G10 grip for the Walther Q5 match. This is phenomenal, and this is a keeper. This is an absolute keeper. This is definitely going to be my match gun, just the way it is. Thanks again to LOK for supplying this. I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching. And thanks, as always, to my Patreon supporters.